The Agile development cycle. Although Agile development methods have been around for a little while now, many people still ask about the Agile development cycle, what it is and how exactly it's different to a more traditional approach to development projects. Here is a simple explanation of the basics for people new to all this. Traditional software development projects follow what is commonly known as a waterfall approach, where each phase of the software development lifecycle is completed in detail and in sequence, one stage at a time. With waterfall projects, the whole project is analyzed, then designed, then developed, then tested, and then deployed. Sometimes projects are cut into multiple smaller phases to make them more manageable. But still, these phases tend to work roughly around 3 to 6 months or maybe even more. However, in the Agile development cycle, it is quite different. Instead, the initial planning and analysis is kept to a very high level, just enough to outline the scope of the development project. Then the team go through a series of iterations, analyzing, designing, developing and testing each feature in turn within the iterations. An iteration is simply a fixed short period of time that the team chooses to work within. Typically for Agile terms, an iteration is between a week to 30 days, or could even go to 2 to 3 weeks, which seems to be more common approach. Either way, the principles are the same. The idea is to stick to a short, fixed length iterations and complete all stages of the development cycle for each feature in turn within an iteration. Now, the key difference this creates is visibility of complete working features much earlier in the project lifecycle, allowing for a better gauge of progress and quality and allowing for feedback and adaptation along the way. The result is to see some results earlier, mitigate risk and to allow flexibility to accommodate change. Now, in the Agile methodology, it's basically a bunch of Agile methods which have come together to be called the Agile Manifesto Principles. These are, namely, individuals and interactions, working software, customer collaboration, and responding to change. Now, this is basically what brings Agile together and calls itself Agile. Now, the Agile model has pros and cons like all the other models, the cons being things like not suitable for handling complex dependencies, more risk of sustainability, maintainability and extensibility, and an overall plan. An Agile leader and Agile PM practice is a must, without which it will not work. Now, the Agile methodology is a very high individual dependency since there is a minimum documentation generated. Therefore, the transfer of technology to new team members may be quite challenging due to lack of documentation. However, compared to the other methodologies, the Agile model has the pros weighing out the cons. Like, it is a very realistic approach to software development, promotes teamwork and cross-training where resource requirements are minimum, and delivers early partial working solutions, is a good model for environments that need change, needs little or no planning required, easy to manage, and gives flexibility to developers. To put everything what I said into a statement, the Agile SDLC model is a combination of iterative and incremental process models with focus on process adaptability and customer satisfaction by rapid delivery of the working software product.
Created using Powtoon.